A person stands at a wooden podium on a small stage. Behind them is a display board titled Land and Craft, a legacy of science with topographic maps and a green-tinted image. Woven baskets and textiles are visible in the foreground. Inside a classroom or meeting space, 3 people wear beaded regalia in blue, red, and dark colors. They stand near a whiteboard and flip chart. Blue chairs are visible in the foreground. A person in a red cape with white trim and a tall headpiece stands on the left. Another person wearing a blue tunic with white circular ornaments and a headpiece faces them. They are indoors on a small stage with a cradle board visible in the background. Several people in patterned clothing stand in a tent-like space. A person at a podium with a wooden structure stands near a presentation board. Blue chairs are visible in the foreground, and fabric drapes the walls. Inside a large tent with blue chairs arranged in rows, several people stand on a small stage area near a wooden structure with an American flag. A person sits in the front row facing the stage.
Presenter Cheyenne Foot, and she's going to be talking about brain tanning hides, and I'm going to hand it over to her.
Thank you. My Indian name is Strong Medicine Woman, and I've been learning this since I was a little girl, but at that time I wasn't paying attention. I had to go to college and learn from another person. And I like doing this because I like the finished products. This is a buffalo hide that was killed up north at the Buffalo Ranch, and it's about a month old since it's gone. When I finish it, my younger brother is going to paint on it. Some of these products that you see up here are finished products. This is a elk hide in the chair. It's a commercial hide. This is another hide that's created into a dress. So you can see some of the finished products that you can do with the hides when they're done. Here's a bag. You can hear it. It's loud and the sound in its parch. The moccasins. The turtle when the babies are born. The mother that's carrying the child. The sisters of her are her cousins. The females will bead them for her, make.
A person in glasses and a red and black striped vest holds a microphone on stage. Behind them stands a large woven basket or container. Beige walls and partial text visible in the background.
Them for the child. Here's a vest that I made 10 years ago, and I beaded it. I finally wore it the other day. Some rabbit furs. Because of the seasons, you get the two different colors of it. This is my brother's bear. He had to throw that in. I didn't have a bear hide. Now, I usually ask the little girls, how many of you have Barbie dolls? They raise their hand. How many of them the heads pop off? They're raising their hands. This is my Barbie doll. Her head don't pop off. She's got real hair. So a lot of times you see things you don't really know and how they come about. These knives are used for helping to tan the hides. The moccasins here were given to me by an aunt 35 years ago when I was a princess attendant to oil celebration. The belt here is also made from leather. I've kind of gotten modern, and I've got a tool.
A person wearing a dark patterned shirt and red skirt sits in a wooden chair on a small indoor stage. Another person stands nearby. A map or informational display is visible on the left wall.
Here that I created and made through the classes. And I can show you how easy it is. This is another bag that was made, and you make your belts from it. I'm going to show you a little bit how I do this. As I pull down, all I'm going to do is scrape the meat, the fat, because that deteriorates it. It's fast, easy, and simple. You could do it in the winter, spring, summer, or fall. As long as you get as long as you get the meat and fat off, then you work with this here stuff. Okay, after you get all of this off, the light fiber that will be on the floor, I usually put a tarp down below to catch it, moisten it, the white fluffy stuff, a little bit water, roll it in a bowl. When some of my things that need to be cleaned, I turn around and scrape it and rub it off to get the dirt and stuff off. Now sometimes they get wet and really really hard. All you do is wet it again. Work at it, rub it off. You can clean it back up again. A lot of these things will last a long time if you take good care of them, just like regular modern clothes. So what I do is a brain. One animal's brain will take care of itself. The tools that we used a long time ago also came from the animals. These are deer bones. I like to collect them after the dogs chewed on them because they get the meat off of them for me. Take them, if I have the meat and fat on it, roll it on it and pull it off, fast and easy. And then a little bit later, all you do is come back and rub on it and get the rest of the stuff off of it. Some people say it's hard, but you make it hard for yourself if you don't do it the right way. Some of the finished products, people ask, I need some new leather for my kids' leggings and moccasins. What I tell them is, go ahead and kill a couple deer. I'll teach you how to tan them. You'll learn how, you and your family. And then from there on, someone else has learned. Oh, thank you.
A person stands at a wooden podium on a small stage, facing an easel with a canvas or board displaying green landscape imagery. The setting appears to be an indoor venue with draped fabric and equipment visible in the background.
Ready? Good afternoon. Welcome to the 10 and Many Voices. Our next presenter this afternoon is Raymond Ogle, and he's going to talk about setting bulls, meeting, and poplar. So I'm going to hand it over to him.
Is this mic on? Okay. I got this, I guess, idea for this presentation a while back when, probably quite a while ago, when I first started working for the Fort Peck tribes. I've been working for the tribes for about 30 years, and a few years into that, I was in my 20s, probably late 20s. An elder of the tribe who was on the tribal council one day stopped me. We were visiting in the break room, and as we were leaving, he called my name, and he said, I want to tell you something, he said. So I stopped, and he said, I want to tell you something that was passed down to me when I was a young man, he said, and I want to pass it on to somebody. And so I want to tell you about it. And at that young age, I was wonder why he's telling me. You know, is it real? You know, is it really something that he wants to tell me, or is he just pulling my leg? And he goes, I said, what is it? And he said, well, I want to tell you about how some of our Sioux people got here on the Fort Peck Reservation. And so then I started listening to him, and he said, as Sitting Bull was passing through here to go on to Fort Buford, and when he decided that, you know, he left Canada, Wood Mountain area, and they were starving up that way, and there was, you know, and they were really having a tough time, and so I guess thinking of the children at that time, he didn't want to see his children suffer. He made up his mind that he was going to do what the government wanted him to do, which was to give up and turn himself in. And so that's what they were doing. They traveled down through Wood Mountain, and they came near here. And I guess in doing this, he met with the other leaders of the camp, and they wanted to discuss what else they could do. And so during that discussion, I guess they considered other options. There wasn't very many back in there, back in those days, because a lot of the game was gone. You know, the buffalo.
A person wearing glasses, a beige jacket, and dark shirt stands at a microphone indoors. Behind them is a dark banner and signage mentioning the Department of Agriculture and Education programs.
They had hunted them near extinction. There was hardly anything left to eat. They were being, I guess, hunted by the soldiers and things like that, and they were tired. So he finally decided, well, we're gonna give ourselves up. And so on doing that, they, like I said, they camped near here, Poplar, and they had the meeting. And during that meeting, he in his wisdom, he determined that maybe some of his followers didn't want to do what he was going to do, and so he asked them, in his meeting, he told them, he said, here's what I plan to do, give myself up. But if any of you people don't want to do that, there was a camp nearby. I don't know how many miles away, but there was a camp there, and he said that the people in that camp offered to provide or offered to accept you people to stay with them if you decide you want to do that, if you don't want to give yourselves up like he was planning to do. And so several of the families decided they wanted to do that, and so they kind of had to do it secretly. That's why they wanted to mix in with the other group. I guess they didn't trust the government as far as what was going to happen to them. If they did decide they didn't want to go back. So in order to do that, they just moved their camps without trying to be noticed, and so they mixed in with the other group. So I guess that's what Gerald wanted to pass on down to me, and when he first told me that, I was wondering what, why did he want to tell me that, but it finally kind of, hit home that, this was something that was told to him, and this is the way that our history was passed on from one generation to the next, because we didn't really have a way of, a written type of a language. There was records kept of certain events that they wanted to share by pictures. They drew pictures on, I guess, bark and skins and bones and things like that. They drew whatever they had to that they could draw a picture on. If there was an event that they wanted to keep a record of, then that's what they did. But as far as having any type of a written language, our people didn't do that. So the only way that they kept records is by passing it down from one from.
A person wearing glasses, a tan jacket, and dark shirt stands at a microphone on a small stage. Behind them is a presentation board with partial text visible, including Department of Agric and of Education.
One generation to the next, and I guess that's one of the things that was something that our Native American people, I guess, had, was good memories. I've heard that, is that Native American people have good memories because of that. They have to keep records in their minds, and share them with other members, and so I guess that's I was kind of glad that this was shared with me, and I plan to try to do something with this information. This is just the first time I've shared it publicly. I'm hoping that I can make a short story or play out of it one of these days, and I think there is some historical significance to that information. So that's why I decided that I wanted to, do this presentation at this time during the Core 2 discovery. So that's all I have to say.
Does anybody have any questions for Raymond? No? Well, I thank you, Raymond, for coming. And I hope you folks have a good afternoon. We do close in 15 minutes, so if you haven't seen any of the other exhibits, feel free to go outside and see them. There's the kill boat, there's the exhibit tent, the teepee, and a dugout canoe, as well as the National Guard. Thank you, folks, for coming. And thank you for Halvis and Poplar, Montana.
Thanks.